Hi everyone and welcome back. So in this chapter we'll be looking at creating a likeness, and the first thing we'll be looking at is the front view of the head and how to construct it. So as I said previously, that creating that likeness is very important, and so we will spend a bit of time on how to create a likeness, and that way when it comes time to you for you to draw some caricatures, you'll be able to look out for the particular landmarks that mark the different position of the features on the face. Okay, so we'll actually get stuck straight into it. So if you haven't yet, all you need for this whole caricature DVD is a pencil and a paper, just normal copy paper and normal pencil. If you'd like a particular pencil, maybe a 2B pencil might be best for sketching. So you can go grab that now, pause the DVD, and yeah, get ready to get stuck into drawing. So I'll let you go get that right now. Okay, welcome back. So the first thing that we're going to do is we need to draw a circle. Okay, so you can use a compass if you want and draw that circle, make it a nice perfect circle. And you might need a ruler to draw straight lines, just to get everything. If not, you can do it freehand if you want, but the choice is yours. Okay, so with that circle, drawn, what you want to do is you want to draw a center line horizontally across vertically, sorry, um, straight down the center of that circle. Okay, use your ruler and draw it as long as you can, because if it's too short, you might have to go back and draw it again, and then yeah, it'll just give a headache. So draw it as long as you can. Then once you've done that, then what we want to do is draw a horizontal line coming straight across there. Okay, so you have a vertical line splitting it in two. Then you have a horizontal line splitting it into four different parts. So once you've done that, what you want to do is have a divide it again. Okay, so we'll have one line coming across this way and another line coming across the opposite way, that way. Okay, so that'll divide it into 8 different parts. So you can go ahead and do that. Pause the DVD if you want. Okay, welcome back. So now that we've done that, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and take this measurement here. Okay, so which is half of the circle there. You want to take that measurement, translate it down below the circle there. So touching the bottom of the circle, leading down, because right over here is where we're going to find the chin line. Okay, so where the chin is right there. So we'll put a line right there for the chin. So that way we have 1, 2, and 3 equal parts there. Okay, you can go ahead and pause the DVD and draw that out. Okay, so hopefully you've done that. So this part and this part is equal, so we have 3 equal parts right there. So what we're going to do is you can use your ruler to make those measurements, or just use a divider. The choice is yours. Okay, so once you've done that, that's done. So now what we want to do is take this line across here, okay, from that point to that point, straight across. And that's what that point there is called the widow's peak. So that's where your hair meets. Okay, so you have this type of this type of shape there. Okay, and so that's where all your hair comes to meet. Now it will hang down a little bit. Sometimes you will have your hair hanging that way, but that's where your fringe is, where it starts. Okay, so that's the widow's peak there. that's all done. So once you found that line, you can go ahead and erase those other lines that you did for the 45-degree angle. Okay. So you can erase those ones, so that all you have is that vertical line. You have the bottom chin, the line for the bottom of the chin, and the widow's peak. Okay. So once you've done that, what you want to do is you want to take this measurement here that goes from the widow's peak to the chin, and what you want to do is you want to divide it into 3 equal parts. Okay. So the first thing that we're going to do is I'll teach you how to divide a line into equal parts, and it'll be easy. But for this, you will need, you might need a square, a set square. It's up to you whether it's a 30-60 or a 45-degree set square. Now what you can do is you can grab if you're an elderly person with kids, grab your kids' mathematical set. I mean, that's easy enough. Or if not, you can try and make parallel lines just with your ruler. But what you're going to do is this. You're going to measure out a particular distance, okay? So what you want to do is, for an example, measure this out, okay? Just say, for an example, it's 2 centimeters. So you want to take that 2 centimeters, add another 2 to that, add another 2 to that, so that way you'll have 3 parts, okay? So we've divided here 1, 2, 3, okay? So you can go ahead and do that, and I'll wait for you. You can pause the DVD. Okay, welcome back everyone. So now that you've done that, what you want to go ahead and do is you want to draw a line, okay, straight from the last point there to where the widow's peak is, because this is the line we want to divide in 3. Okay, and then what we want to do is take this line and make a parallel line right here, beginning at that point, okay, just like that. So it's parallel, so it marks, we have another mark on the line right there. Okay, so once you've done that, you want to do the third one, the last one. Okay, make another parallel line, and then it'll meet the center line right there. So once you've done that, you've actually divided your center line down the middle from the widow's peak to the bottom of the chin. You've divided it exactly into 3 without having to go through the bother of trying to measure the line and divide it by 3, and you might get 12.64 or something, or some weird number. So once you've done that, then you have your 3 different parts. Now, the reason why we're dividing it into 3 is because they'll mark the different lines where the features will sit. Okay. So if you're ready, we'll go straight into that one. Okay, so let's mark out those lines. So there we have it. So here you can see this line, okay, the line that marks out the top third, that line is actually the top of your eyebrow. So that's where your eyebrows sit. Okay. This line is the bottom of your nose. So this is where the bottom of your nose sits, and this is where the bottom of your chin sits. So we've already established 3 major areas. Okay, so that's all done. We don't have to worry about that one anymore. We'll get all of those ones out of the way. Now that that part's done, what we want to do is find the part in the lips, the area in the lips. Okay, let me show you. So that area is what we're looking for, right here, that middle, the part in the lips. So once we find that, we can use that for other things too. Okay. So between the nose and the chin there, we want to divide that part into 3 equal parts. Okay. And we can do it the same way that we divided the line from the widow's peak to the bottom of the chin. Okay. So what we want to do is go ahead and divide that. Okay, so I'll give you the time to do it. Okay, so once you're done with that, so you have the three different parts there. So that's where we have the part in the lips. Okay, so on this third, the top third there is where the part of the lips are going to sit, just right there. Okay, now we won't worry about how wide it goes at the moment. All we want to do is just mark out where the part in the lips sit. Okay, so just mark that. Don't worry about the width at the moment. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to try and find, the next horizontal line, is the line where the eyes sit. Okay, and the place that we're going to measure is right from the top all the way to the bottom. And what we want to do is just divide it in two. Okay, so once we've divided it in two, we'll get exactly where the eye line will sit, which is right there. Okay, right here. So that's halfway. So once you've found that halfway line, draw it straight across, coming out of the circle too. Okay, because we'll need it later. Okay, cool. Now that that's done, we've basically finished all the vertical lines. Okay, so the next thing that we're gonna, or all the horizontal lines, sorry. So the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna try and figure out a few more points on the face that'll help us. Okay, first of all, what we want to find is the width of the jaw. Okay, now the width of the jaw is right there. So what we're doing is we're taking this where the circle meets the eye line right there. Okay, just right here and right there. So that distance there is what we're going to be using. So we've translated that distance down here. So those 2 points meet right there. Okay, so once you've done that, let me just show you really quickly. There, see, you can see the 2 points meet right there. Okay, right there. So once you've translated it down to where the mouth line is, you find the edge of where the jawline actually turns. Okay. And once you've actually done that, just go ahead and you can draw it quickly. From the tip of the circle to the end point of that jawline. That sits right where the part of the lips are. Okay, so once you've done that, you can go ahead and lightly erase the line that you had drawn in. Okay, so once that's done, we're gonna find out how to divide the eyes. So basically, the eye line is divided from here, okay, right at the edge here, there to there. Okay, so you divide that into 5 different parts. So once you've done that, it should look pretty close to what's been done here. Okay. So you can go ahead and pause the DVD. You can use that same method that we used before. Remember, draw that straight line, divide it into 5. The end of it, join it to the end of this, and then draw those parallel lines, which will give you 5 equal divisions. Okay, so once that's done, you have the places where your eyes are going to sit. Now, everything else is going to be pretty quick from here on to find the other measurements. So first of all is the nose measurement. So the nose measurement is basically from the point of the eyes there going straight down, right there. And then you'll find the width of the nose. Okay? So that's how you find the width of the nose. Now second is finding the edge of the mouth. That's why I said not to worry about it before, but now we're going to find out how wide it is. So now that so from the center of the eye, you come down and you'll find the tip of where the lips stop, okay, or the edge of the mouth. So once you've done that, you wanna go ahead and extend your line or erase it back so that it fits. Okay. Okay, so now that you've done that, what we want to go ahead and do is find the width of the chin. Now, for the width of the chin, what we're going to do for now is if we bring back that measurement for the measurement of the mouth right there. Okay, so from the center of the eye to the edge of the lip. Now, halfway between the nose and the center of the eye there, we're going to take that measurement and bring it down to find out the edge of the chin. Okay, and so we'll draw a line that connects from there to the edge of our jaw, just like that. You can go ahead and do that now. Okay, so once you've done that, we've basically got the outline of the outside of the head done, and we have all the main features already established there. Okay, so we'll get rid of some of those measurement lines, and so we have where the where the where the main landmarks will sit. Now the ears, for the ears, they just sit on that eye line, starts there and goes up. Sometimes it'll go above the eyebrow, sometimes it'll just stay below. Okay, but these are just the general measurements. So the bottom of the ear sits on the bottom of where the nose is supposed to sit. Okay, so once we've done that, then it's all done. Yay, you found all the different landmarks. Okay, so as I said, this is the top of the eyebrow. This is the widow's peak where the hair sits. Okay, hair sits there, widow's peak. That's where the top of the eyebrows are, and then you have your eyes that sit in there. Okay, then you have your nose right there, it's your lip there. If you actually took halfway between down there, just right there is where the part, where the underneath the lips. Now the bottom of the lip will sit just above it. This is where the shadow line is. Okay. Normally there's a shadow there underneath your lip, so that's where it'll be. And that's basically everything right there. Okay. So what we're gonna do is I'll show you a quick sketch. So that way we can see how those measurements actually all work together. See how those measurements all work together. Okay, so we'll hide all these ones. We'll bring up a copy of it, which is kind of light, and we'll sketch that in. We will actually make it a little bit darker right there. Okay, so here you can see the exact measurements, right, that we used before, and this is the face drawn in. Okay, so that's how you use those measurements. Now, normally the tear duct will sit, pretty close to that inside line, and this is the flap comes outside, just a bit outside the line there, so that way the edge of the eye is right there, but then you have these creases that come out, okay, on the edge of the eye. Okay, so the bottom of the nose is actually there because the tip of it will come and hide the bottom where it connects to the top of the where it connects right there. Okay, then the part in your lips is there. So that's basically how you put it all together. So let me hide those measurements again. Okay, see, so that's how you use those measurements. So when you're drawing a caricature, some of the important parts that we're supposed to think about is the distance between here and here. So those three main parts is the widow's peak here, that line, top of the eyebrow line, right there. Okay. Bottom of the nose right there, bottom of the chin right there, then the part in the lips. So those are the things that we're supposed to be looking out for whenever we're drawing our caricatures. That's the first thing that we're supposed to look out for. Okay, and the distance between those different features. The distance between there and there should equal to there and there. If it's not, that's what we exaggerate. Okay, and I'll show you how to exaggerate that soon. So if the distance between here and here is smaller than here and here, what we do is we exaggerate exaggerate that distance. So make it really small, just like that, and we have the chin all the way down there. Okay, so that way the eyes will be sitting in there. Then we have the nose right there. Okay, the bottom of the chin right there, and then we find out that distance. If it's not exactly a third for the part in the lips, if it's closer to the nose, like there somewhere, we exaggerate it. Instead of making just a third there, we exaggerate and move it up some more. So we have an exaggerated caricature just like that. And we have the eyebrows coming there. So that's how you exaggerate the distance between those particular features. And if this one is closer to here, exaggerate that too, move it closer. Okay, just like that. So that's how you use that. This is actually the measurements that are used in portraiture, and that's how you use it to draw caricatures. That's how you exaggerate it. You just take those different measurements right there and just exaggerate. Okay, you can exaggerate the width. Okay, we saw that when we have the circle right there, the line drawn down. So that's 1, 2, 3 parts. Sorry, let me draw it over here. Okay, so the circle, draw the line down. That's 3 parts there. So since this is a perfect circle, the width of the head, okay, is 2/3 of the length. This width here. So if you took the measurement from here to here, which is pretty close to where the top of the eyebrows are, if you take that measurement and you put it across this way, it should be equal. So in other words, this should be a perfect square. Okay. So if you drew a square right there, it should be a perfect square. Okay. And so if this measurement isn't 2/3, isn't equal to this measurement, that's another thing we can exaggerate. Okay, so if it's, just say it's bigger than this line, so what we can do is make it bigger. So that's the side of the head right there. So then we have like a, Humpty Dumpty kind of head shape. Okay, but this section is all about creating a likeness, and that's how we do it. We use those measurements and measure that out. So this is the front view. So next thing we'll be looking at is the side view. So there are quite a few things to keep in mind. I will put a few pictures on the DVD so that you can load it onto your computer and download it onto your phone or do whatever you want with it. And that way you can have these different steps of creating the likeness for you to be looking at on your phone or whatnot, okay, or devices. And that way you can keep practicing. So enjoy. So next we'll be looking at is the side view of it.